So this is Milton Agwal, who is a local leader in the Lira district and Lira town. In fact, if you walk through Lira town, many people will say, "Uncle, uncle," to Milton. It's not because his brothers or sisters have had many children, but it's because actually he's taken many of them into his own home and looked after them, provided them with food, shelter, even schooling sometime. And so this is a key man in the area. So Milton, what do you think are the greatest challenges in this area for you?
Lira, which is part of Northern Uganda, is a place that I've seen years. When I say years, I mean like over 20 years of civil war and cattle rustling. To an extent that the majority, the population was squeezed into concentrated camps. People lost their homes, people had to take refuge in camps, in concentrated camps. That means they were completely helpless, they had lost everything, and for all this time they were dependent on handouts from World Food Program, and there was no production at all, there was no life actually. People were just existing in the camps, and a number of able people were killed, children were abducted, and so people have seen this for years and years, and people have been traumatized, and people are in abject poverty, and that is the situation that prevails. Well, at the moment, there has been some ceasefire because of the negotiation which is going on between the rebel and the government in Sudan, and so there's no fighting as such. And so people are beginning to go back to their villages. People are leaving the camps and they're beginning to go back to their villages. But in the real sense, there's actually nothing people are going back to. You know, people have lost years, lost property, lost homes. So people are beginning from nowhere, even without hope, without energy, you know, with a lot of able people killed, no schools, no systems at all, no water, no health. And so it's a real challenge. And that is where we are at the moment in this part of the country.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. So what can people back in Britain and in the West do to help?
First of all, I want to thank God for people who make effort to come, and people who have been visiting this part of the country, like Simon and others, even when it was not really safe. That alone was a big encouragement, because, you know, to identify with us at that time means they were really concerned and they care. They were like our real brothers and sisters in the suffering. And so it is very important that the world get to know what is happening. As a matter of fact, it has been silent. Nothing much is said in the news, the world news, about what is happening in Lira and Northern Uganda. And so we want people to know the suffering, you know, the suffering that people are going through. And that is very helpful. And we want the church to help us with prayer. You know, the church here has a big challenge, because they are the only light. You know, when people are discouraged, people are hopeless, people are traumatized, a lot of AIDS victims find their way in the church, and orphans and widows, and so the church must stand in the gap, and even with the little resources, the little, you know, whatever, we would really feel that if our brothers, you know, the church outside Africa, would stand with us in prayer, in sending people who can help, like in medical field, in different skills, and resources, you know, resources for the needs of people, you know, food, clothing, and all these kind of things. I mean, people have gone back to zero. So whatever assistance, whatever effort that can be put together from our brothers, especially in the Western world, would be greatly appreciated. And will really be a big support to the church here to reach our people and to help our people.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Milton. Thank you.